I'm going to begin with number 175 under the math section. Which of the following is not a type of triangle? So to review our triangles, an isosceles triangle is a triangle with two equal sides, something like that. An equilateral triangle is a triangle with all three sides equal. An obtuse triangle is a triangle that has one obtuse angle or one angle greater than 90 degrees. So it might look something like this. That's a very poor triangle, but you get the idea. A rhomboid is a four-sided figure. It's a rhombus that has sides that are not opposite sides that are not equal length, and it doesn't have any right angles. So another poor illustration, but that is the only one that is not a type of triangle. It's a four-sided figure. For number 176, what you need to know about this symbol here is that it means intersection. So it's where these two sets, and I'm going to call these sets, these are a set of numbers within these brackets here. So what it's asking essentially is what elements that these two sets have in common. So this has a 1 and a 6, and this has a 1 and a 6. So your answer is A. It's asking what these two sets have in common, which numbers or elements they have in common. Now, if you were to see a symbol that looks like this, it looks like a U, that means union. Now, if I asked the union of these two sets, that would be all of the elements that are contained in both. It would mean all the numbers in either set. So union is both sets put together. Intersection is just what they have in common. For number 177, to the nearest tenth. So if you're looking at the nearest tenth, you're looking at where this 8 is. And looking at the 9 to the right of it, I know that 9 is greater than 5. So my answer has to be 75.9, which is B. For this one, 178, we're talking about exponents. So negative 3 squared is negative 3 times negative 3, which is positive 9. 3 times 9 is 27. 179, writing this decimal as a fraction, which we've just done in class. Since this is a terminating decimal, it's going to be written over a power of 10. By power of 10, I mean 10, 100, 1,000, etc. 12 becomes my numerator. Since I have two digits here in the numerator, I'm going to have two zeros after the 1. So that is B. Number 180, this is a two-part problem. What you have to do first is figure out the measure of this angle here. Knowing that these two together make a straight line, I know they're going to add up to 180 degrees. So the first thing I need to do is do 180 minus 135. And that will give me the angle measurement of 45. So I know this here is 45. Now, the inside angles, all three of these have to add up to 180 as well. So if I add 45 and 35, I get 80. And then I have to find x here. So I have to do 180 minus 80, and I get 100 degrees. 100 degrees is the measure of x. Now, I know this doesn't look like 100 degrees. It's less than 90 from the picture, but you really can't rely on the picture to make your best guess. You have to use what you know about the measures of the angles. For 181, to multiply a number by 1,000, what you're doing is you're moving the decimal point. Multiplying, you're moving it 3 places. You have 3 zeros to the right. If you were dividing by 1,000, you would move 3 places to the left. 182, which following is a pair of consecutive numbers? So you have to know what consecutive means. They follow each other in order. So that would be 4 and 5. For number 183, the diameter of the circle is, so right here, this is the radius of 2. The radius starts at the center and extends outward. So if this is 2, if I were to extend this line, this would be another 2 meters. That would give me the diameter, which would be 4 meters. Diameter all the way across, radius from the center to the edge of the circle. 1 centimeter is equal to how many meters? So for this one, you have to do a little bit of conversion, and that's equal to 1 centimeter is equal to how many meters? That would be 1/100th of a meter. You're dividing by 100. And 185, how many integers are between 25 thirds and 12.3? First, you have to know what an integer is. So that's going to be a whole, positive or negative number. So 25 thirds. So how many times does 3 go into 25? It's going to be a little more than 8. 3 goes into 25 8 times, and then you have 1 left over. So if you're looking integers between 8 and 12.3, if it's more than 8, you're going to have to start at 9, and you're going to have 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that is 4 integers. Which of the following is always true? Adding two negative numbers results in a positive number. That would never happen. And if you're not sure, think of an example, like -2 plus -5. That would be -7. Multiplying one negative and one positive number results in a positive. Never. Negative times positive is always negative. Signs are different, it's negative. C, multiplying one negative and one positive number, different signs, it is always going to be negative. So C is my correct answer. We can check D, subtracting a negative number from a positive number results in 0, not necessarily.